Hello, everybody. It's me for another food review, and I'm going to do a second part to Parker's Great British Institution. Um, the other day, I did a couple of their pies, their meat pies, and their pasties, and they were all very good. I'm going to do one more of their little pies that's different from the other ones. And this is one of their pork pies. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm also having a Guinness Extra Stout. A 12 pack of this in Ohio is $17.99, so it's gone up in price by several dollars within the last several years. I'm going to give it a pour and hopefully not muck it up, as they would say. Not the best bit of foam on it, but I think it'll do. So I'm going to set that there to settle. Now the pies, and I've made a couple of the other pies just for comparison. They've got the little pan pies, right? And those are reviewed in the last one of these videos. Their pork pie is this, and it's a crust very similar to the others, but a little bit more hearty, a little thicker. And inside is minced pork. Now it has the consistency, and don't get me wrong, because it's not what I'm going to say it is, but it has the consistency of spam, but it is not spam. It's a lot higher quality overall pork cuts that have been compressed into the insides of this pie. Now you can get these pies in a variety of different forms. You can get them in the classic, which is what I ordered this time. You can get them with mushy peas in them, which sounds kind of weird to us in the U.S., but it's a thing in the U.K. Mushy peas. You can get them with stuffing, and you can get them a couple other ways. I've got the classic here. Traditionally, they eat them cold in the UK. When I got them, they were frozen, and my refrigerator is very efficient. So putting it in the refrigerator to try to thaw it out, it would stay frozen pretty much indefinitely, and I never get to enjoy it. So I've heated it up, and then I've tried to cool it down a little bit afterwards, because they get a little bit messy after you've heated them, because there's like a jelly, like a fat jelly in there. That sounds kind of maybe gross to some people, but it's pretty good. I'm going to take off some of the crust here, which is very good. So you can see the inside. And you can see the pork in there. Big, sizable pork chunk. And I'm going to go ahead and take a proper bite out of this. The crust itself is very good. It's thicker. It's still as flaky as the other one, but it's a bit thicker to make sure that it doesn't leak any juices or anything like that. So let's take a proper bite of the pork pie. It does not taste like spam. I'll tell you that. It has a very ham kind of quality. A little bit of a bacon taste to it. Very, very good, though. Very hearty. A couple of these will fill you up pretty quick. It's good stuff. And you can see the pork in there. There's no filler. It's all just top quality cuts. And they put the ingredients on the packaging for all of these. I'm not going to read the ingredients out one by one for you. But if you're curious about what all goes in these, you can easily find out. Take a little bit of the Guinness. And that's very good with it. Now, when I first ordered them way back in the between 20 and 22, they had vegan options. So if you're vegan or vegetarian or anything like that, they had vegan sausage rolls and different things. And they have a veggie pie. They have like a curry pie. They don't have a lot of those back yet as of this video, as of my recording, but they are going to get those at some point in the near future. So if you have dietary restrictions or you've made certain lifestyle choices as far as your diet goes, they will be able to accommodate you at some point. The vegan sausage rolls were very good. They tasted darn near like the real thing, to be honest. So they're worth trying. I, of course, am not a vegan, but I do live with a vegan, and those kind of things do show up in our household pretty often. And I've eaten a lot of vegan things, despite not being exclusively vegan. And it's all about what you're choosing to eat. People think, oh, if you're going to be vegan, you have to pick just all vegetables that you don't like, or all this or all that. But there are a lot of good protein alternatives. They are a little pricey. And you might think to yourself, well, if you're going to eat those, why don't you just eat the meat? Well, it's not. Sometimes people who are vegan aren't into it because they don't want to taste the meat. Sometimes it's that they have a thing for animals, or they can't eat it for dietary reasons, or different things, so this lets them eat things without missing out. Not this, of course. This is a pork pie, but you know what I mean. So good stuff. ParkersGB.com. Now, I also ate a couple of the sausages yesterday. I was going to do a video for those as well, but I just didn't get time during the day. It was a busy day. I had a lot going on, and I wasn't feeling up to it. But I had the classic Parkers and the Old English. The classic, the Parker's Classic or Parker's Signature, whatever they've called it, is very mild. It's a very mild sausage. So if you don't like a lot of heavy sausage taste, but you do like a good feeling bit of meat, and I know people are going to make a lot of jokes about this video just because I'm talking about sausage and meat because everybody's 12-year-old, but let's keep our heads on straight here. But it's very mild. Now, the Old English is more hearty and more meaty tasting. It's a bit more savory, so it's closer to a more traditional sausage. It doesn't have things like Italian sausage or kielbasa like we get a lot here in the United States, or like bratwursts or things like that. But they both have their own distinctive flavor. Now, I have 2 more sausage types in the fridge that I'm going to try to cook up tomorrow and do a video on those, so you can kind of see what I mean about the different spices and how they make them and the different cuts of pork. And we'll see how that goes. Until then, ParkersGB.com. They are not sponsoring me. I did not get this for free. I paid for it. I ordered it, paid for shipping, everything. They did not approach me and say, would you do a review of our food? Okay, so this is all just me. No money has changed hands other than me paying for the food. All right, so I just want to make that clear. Spider doesn't sell out, just so you know. But I wouldn't be opposed to them sending me some free pies because the pies are delicious. So Parkers, if you do want to send me some free pies for the good advertising, I wouldn't be opposed to some free pies. Wink, wink, wink. Anyway, so that's Parkers. I'm going to enjoy this and my Guinness, and I'll check in with you folks next time.